No, I'm not too concerned. I don't really live near a chemical plant.
Yeah, chemicals is a problem. They pollute our air and our water.
Yeah, well, you just got to use chemicals to make products. That's the way it is.
To have any sort of products, we have to have chemicals. That's just a fact of life.
I think there should be something to make sure that there aren't any accidents.
Chemicals. They're used in one way or another to produce just about everything we use, from household products to life-saving medicines to the clothes we wear. In Marion County, there are many companies that utilize chemicals in their businesses. And taking care to use chemicals safely is an important priority for companies, for our local government, and for the people who live and work here. Because if chemicals are not used with care, they can be dangerous. Chemical accidents can cause fire or toxic fumes. Making sure that chemicals are handled carefully and safely begins with the companies that use the chemicals. Most companies take responsibility for making sure they handle the chemicals they use safely, from special safety equipment to manufacturing processes that are carefully controlled, to the way that employees who work with chemicals are trained.
Chemical safety is important. As part of a commitment to responsible care, we want to create a safe atmosphere for our employees and our customers, and also strong consideration to the safety and welfare of our neighbors. Responsible care means using special equipment and technologies to make sure that chemicals are manufactured, transported, stored, used, and disposed of in a safe manner. All accidents and even near misses are investigated thoroughly, and all facts are gathered and recommendations are made for preventive measures to prevent a reoccurrence. We have a strong contingency plan. We really operate with our responders on a continual basis. We do practice drills. We also communicate with our neighborhood on our contingency plan and what impact it would have on them in the event of an emergency.
Many Marion County companies take special steps to prevent any chemical accidents, such as sophisticated alarm systems and sprinkler systems, and specially constructed containment areas called secondary containment, like this concrete vault that surrounds the chemical storage tanks. So if there's ever a leak, it can't escape into the environment. Also, most companies regularly conduct ongoing inspections of the joints and connections on pipes that carry chemicals to make sure there are no potential leaks. When chemicals are being transported, companies take extra care, using specially designed trucks and tankers, and loading in special areas equipped with safety dikes to contain any spills. But even with all the things companies do to manage chemicals safely, there's always a chance that something could go wrong, and an accident could occur.
Spectacular fire, as you can see, at a chemical recycling plant.
Firefighters here on the scene trying to battle this blaze. As you can see from the air, it is spectacular.
To plan for a safe response to accidents, Marion County has an emergency planning committee. The committee is made up of volunteers from government, companies, emergency response agencies like fire departments and law enforcement agencies, as well as concerned citizens. The committee develops plans for emergency response that includes fire departments, emergency medical services, hospitals, law enforcement, the health department, the Department of Public Works, emergency management, and companies. Together, they can create emergency plans for companies and neighborhoods that might be affected by a chemical accident.
As part of our preparation to handle an emergency incident, we joint train with other fire departments, hospitals, the police, and other emergency response agencies. Many companies have their own in-house firefighters and firefighting equipment, and we'll conduct training exercises with them where we simulate an emergency situation so that we can orchestrate all the things we'll have to do to respond safely and effectively.
One group that supports the planning committee to make sure chemicals are used safely in Marion County is the Industry Partners for Safety Awareness, which is made up of a group of local companies that use chemicals in manufacturing. These companies believe in working to continually improve the management of chemicals and to help educate the public about how chemicals are used in manufacturing and what is being done to ensure they are used safely.
Industrial Partners for Safety Awareness was originally chartered around two major objectives. One of those to be to increase the community's awareness about the products that come out of the chemical manufacturing world and how those products are used in our daily lives. And then the second one was to allow the community to learn more about the facilities in which those chemicals are actually manufactured. One of the avenues that we've chosen to use to try to create that awareness and knowledge in the community is to open our plant sites up to individuals as well as groups of people within the community. And through that avenue, that awareness is definitely increasing. People know more about what goes on in the plant that might be sitting next door. They know the processes, they know the chemicals, and more importantly than that, they know the safety aspects of what goes on in a site that protects both the employees, the community, and the environment.
So what does all this mean to you? Well, the facts are, chemicals are a critical part of our everyday life. There are chemicals in our community. Many companies use them, and accidents are possible. As a concerned citizen, you have a right to know about chemicals that might be used in your neighborhood. So talk to the companies, or talk to the Emergency Planning Committee. They can inform you about specific companies and the chemicals they use. And participate. If you wish, you can attend the Emergency Planning Committee meetings. And learn. You can learn about emergency response plans for the county by contacting the Emergency Planning Committee. Making sure chemicals are managed safely is an important concern for the companies that use them, for our local government, and most of all, for the people who live here.